Welcome back to the Swatch Pro. Another big heat on paper takes to the lineup. Courtney Conlogue against Nikki Van Dijk. Australia versus the USA, looking for a spot into the quarterfinals. Coming off a couple of big heats. Gilmore in devastating form, taking out Tyler Wright in an all-world champs heat to kick off this round. More recently, Lakey Peterson just took out Joanne Defay. As we know, Defay is dangerous at lowers, another big heat. This one did get started during the break pots with Courtney going left.
Yeah, Courtney Conlogue, one of the rare lefts we've seen so far this morning. It's been the land of the right-handers, but you've got to keep that option open, I suppose, with the conditions the way they are. You just never know. So Courtney Conlogue utilizing the backhand, which has brought her a lot of success through her career. Real powerful snaps in the pocket, but that way they're not cooperating for Courtney, and a 3.83.
Spot in the quarterfinals on the line in these heats. So we've got a left again for Conlogue. Big, powerful snap. Nice carving re-entry there. Set up off the lip there and jams it a bit harder down the line. Sheet glass conditions with this overcast sky. Nikki, a couple up and down so far, as we'll see Courtney's last.
Yeah, Courtney obviously using the backhand attack. Look how beautiful the conditions are at the moment. Courtney Conlogue, a couple of quick little snaps. And I don't think these two waves will be in Courtney's total once this heat is over. 24 minutes remaining, just a 4.83.
And still waiting for her first win of the season is giving Carissa a lot of motivation today to compete. The 22-minute mark, we'll see Nikki Van Dijk get started on the lowers right, already with a ton of speed. Waiting for her first turn of the matchup. Nice snap off the top. Here comes a nice vertical climb. Great flow as she'll project down the line once again. She kind of ran out of wave there as it went off speed.
Yet to get a good wave under her belt. 2 waves less than a point. Let's have a look at this one here. I like the stance she gets. You can see how she pumps down the line. She widens her stance, gives her that stability. Beautiful snap combo straight into that vertical climb. And another nice turn. And this is where it all goes wrong here. Just goes a bit off speed, and she kind of gets caught between maneuvers and just flops off the side of the rail. Uncharacteristic for Nikki Van Dijk, 5.33, so that gets her back in the heat. That's the highest single score.
You know, Hurley sponsors this event, who's my sponsor, so there's tons of people that I get to see and be around, but it is really important to have just your people that you feel comfortable with, and you can kind of tune everyone out, and I think headphones are great for that as well, you know.
Most surfers would try to avoid in their career. 3-time world champ Carissa Moore will battle with Lakey Peterson later on today. Catching up with a little misstep from Nikki Van Dijk during the interview pods.
Oh, just going for it on that backside snap.
So just mucking around because it's kind of like, you know, we're all friends, and yeah, so that heat, you know, was definitely like we're kind of both trying to be serious, but after she dropped the second 9, I was like, well, that's done. So then we just pretty much enjoyed the rest of the heat. But I think the heats that we have are my most enjoyable. I think she's...
Wow, around the corner. Back to you guys.
That's right. Thanks, Rosie, for that catch-up with Tyler Wright. Was world #1 in the event, and now just dropping a spot on the Jeep leaderboard after that loss to Gilmore. Right into live action with Nikki Van Dijk. Nice clean snap. That forward momentum. She'll trot a little bit longer off the top and right into a little bonus hack on the finishing move.
Yes, she did. And let's have a look at Nikki's first, though. I like the flow that she gets right here. Obviously, the first part of the wave, you've got to make sure you're in the right position. Beautiful opening maneuver. See how she's keeping that board moving rail to rail, keeping that downline speed. This wave didn't slow up for Nikki, so she really had to time her maneuvers, and what a job she did. I like that smooth, clean flow that she had going. And then we're going to see the difference in styles with Courtney Conlogue, a little bit more aggressive. Watch how she jams the board into the face of the wave as opposed to letting it sort of flow. More sort of overpowering the wave rather than flowing with it. So you can see the power that Courtney Conlogue possesses. So 2 different approaches here, and I think we're going to see very similar scores.
Welcome back to the Swatch Pro. A fun-looking wave popping up here at lower trestles. It'll be a split peak, and we'll hang out with Courtney Conlogue on the right-hander. First turn, solid, nice punch off the top. Jams it harder off the lip, and now Conlogue finding the flow. Ton of power, changing up the rhythm with a little layback carve. Frontside wrap again, maxing in the maneuvers. She'll drive all the way through an inside roundhouse cut back to finish. One of the better looking rights we've seen in the matchup.
Which gave her the lead. Now this wave needed to count for Courtney Conlogue, needing a 5.97, but Nikki Van Dijk splitting the peak. Backside snap. Watch this turn right here, Joe. Beautiful. Just smooth, clean transition, just keeping that board moving. I love the positioning of that turn. She's been doing that through this event, and it's been giving her some big scores. So Nikki Van Dijk finishing strong right there, needing to replace a 5.33. And Courtney Conlogue searching for a 5.97. So I think Courtney's definitely going to get the score with these big turns. Watch this maneuver. Bang, just nice. Sort of a bit more flow on this wave as opposed to the stop-start maneuvers that sometimes Courtney can get caught up in, but this one definitely had more flow, more fluidity through the turns, connecting the dots better and finishing strong. So a great wave right there for Courtney Conlogue.
She's had a semi-final out here in the past as she's surfing against one of the best on tour. Courtney up again, drawing it off the lip. Full wrap with a ton of speed coming to the inside. Little layback jam. Solid power hook, and she'll slam it shut on the inside. Courtney's finding a solid rhythm towards the back half of this heat. That could get her right back in first spots.
Yeah, well, the wave before this was still waiting for that score to come in, and on the way back out, Courtney Conlogue, she's an absolute machine. One of the fittest on tour. And look at that turn right there. That was way more committed than we've seen throughout this heat, and again to finish strong. So the wave before, an 8.0. Nikki Van Dijk searching for a 7.28, Joe.
Coming through from a down carve in live action with Nikki Van Dijk, approaching the 4-minute mark. A very important ride for the Australian, needing a 7.28. Looking for a final maneuver, ends up letting go of the finish in a small section. Working on over the years, and this is the way from start to finish.
Yeah, well, nice entry. Beautiful first turn from Nikki. And again, straight into that next maneuver. So straight away off to a fairly good score. A nice vertical snap, so mixing it up, giving that, showing that judges the variety of repertoire that's required. I think just going for a little bit too much at the end there, making a mistake. So a 7.28 required. And you can see the shot from the drone there, beautiful. Spray out the back, showing some power. So Nikki Van Dijk, sneaky powerful. I love that nice wide solid stance that she's got going. It just gives her that real good balance. And then all the way through the inside, just coming unstuck at the end. So, but have a look at this set wave.
Solid one for the local Courtney Conlogue. Big wind up and rips it off the lip. Another big carve right in front of Van Dijk. Big open face hook once again. She is looking confident, total control, looking for a big finish now. Oh. Jams it super hard right on the inside corner.
Yeah, just building confidence, isn't she, Joe? You can tell after that 8 and that 7. Look at this one right here. That is probably the best turn of the heat so far, and backs it up with just some power right in front of Nikki Van Dijk. And again, putting that board on the rail. This is what you want to do. This is the kind of surfing that is going to give you those excellent scores and finish strong. So Courtney Conlogue looking dangerous coming into the back part of this heat, showing the power. Look at that, just puffing the cheeks up and just letting leash on that maneuver.
Now over 15 excellent heats for Conlogue this year in 2017. And now thinking about maybe her 3rd win of the season if she can go all the way here in lower trestles as she continues in the Swatch Pro. Courtney off and running.